Hello, my name is Monox and I'm here with Creative Cred. My full names are Nanabo Kamkhelo Munukwani Diteko. What do I do on my creative discipline? I'm a multi-hyphenated creative. I work in the space of visuals, photography, filmmaking, and visual arts like painting and stuff. And then I also work with words, so copywriting, sometimes in music camps with lyrics and stuff. Hobbies outside of my craft, sleep. I don't sleep a lot, but it would be nice to sleep more. Fun fact people don't know, more and more people are finding out, but I'm colorblind. As a visual creative who's colorblind, it's a bit hot controversial take. I think like Skotani should go to the Met Gala, like in their drip and like put custard on the floor. Yeah, South Africa is just like the vibe right now and the world will catch up. That's not controversial, that's just facts. What belief about yourself as a creative have you had to unlearn? I think like limiting thoughts and limiting language, words are powerful. So if I still think of myself as like amateur or up and coming or developing, then like I'm just not gonna be taken that seriously. So I've just had to learn to like own my craft and wherever I'm at in relation to whoever I'm engaging with, you know what I'm saying? Do you create from discipline or emotion, and has that balance shifted over time? A little bit of both, mostly discipline though, because my work is very like laborious, so I can't actually necessarily wait to be inspired to work. I need to work anyway, and then the emotion is usually kind of kinked out in the process. So if I'm feeling good, that will probably like come out. If I'm not feeling good, then that will also probably like reveal itself. And that balance has shifted over time because I've just needed to do other things with my time. So the discipline of working has become more important over time because I need to just like create time for it. And then the emotion is like having to learn to regulate without necessarily having the privilege to create my art. So yeah, that shift has been like kind of valuable. What internal conflict shows up most often in your creative practice? Internal conflict, I'd say the internal conflict that like really comes up when I'm creating is that thing of like, do I create for myself or for my audience? Because it's always important to kind of understand why you're doing something. And then I also understand like what people appreciate about my work. So I guess the conflict is always like, do I do more of what I want to do or more of like what's gonna quote unquote develop my career? Yeah.
How do you know when a piece is finished? Is it intuition, exhaustion, or clarity?
It's between exhaustion and intuition. Intuitively, if the image kind of feels balanced, then I know it's done. But also when I'm tired and I can't really like harness any more energy to produce, I also feel like that's a sign for me to like kind of move away from it, you know? So any last words? Zaim Zeri Zapi Zuzia Zuze. No, for real, I guess the last words would be keep finding new ways of doing things, even the mundane, and just like be light with it, don't overthink it. And like once you crack open a little bit of an idea, a lot more comes from that place. Also like stay in it, you know? If you're a creative, stay in it because more comes from just creating.